Walter Cronkite spent 27 hours straight, covering the moon landing. He reported from war zones. He never flinched. Then came the moment that changed everything. His glasses came off. His voice failed. Him. 51 million people watched the most trusted man in America lose control. But that moment of raw emotion hid something darker. Cronkite had secrets that would have destroyed everything, and he knew it. Walter Cronkite was born on November 4th, 1916, in St. Joseph, Missouri. His father was a dentist. His mother came from a German immigrant family. While other kids played, Walter watched the world. He wrote in notebooks about the weather, things he overheard, and what people did in town. He treated life like a reporter before he even knew what a reporter was. By the time he was 8, he was reading more newspapers than most adults and asking them about current events like he was hosting a quiz show. His father's patients came from all walks of life, and Walter listened to their stories like every word mattered. He wasn't just learning facts. He was studying people. When Walter was 10, his family left Missouri and moved to Houston, Texas. That move changed everything. Houston was growing fast. The city buzzed with ambition and new ideas. At San Jacinto High School, Walter joined the school newspaper. It was called the Campus Cub. By his junior year, he became the editor. He didn't just write headlines, he set the tone. In 1933, he won first prize in a statewide contest for student journalists. That award wasn't just a win. It put his name in front of professionals. Suddenly, people in the real news business were paying attention to this kid from Houston. One of them was Fred Burney, his journalism teacher. Burney saw how driven Walter was. He gave him control of the school paper, something almost no high school student ever got. Burney didn't believe in learning by watching. He believed in learning by doing. In 1935, he helped Walter get a reporting job with the Houston Post. While Walter was still in college, he covered student politics and sports. That meant real deadlines, real editors, and real pressure. But it didn't scare him. Burney's lessons stuck. Be accurate. Be fair. Ask the hard questions. Walter never forgot it. That same year, Walter made a move that shocked everyone around him. He dropped out of the University of Texas after only 2 years. Most people clung to school during the Great Depression, hoping a degree would protect them. But Walter wanted the real thing. He wanted to be out in the world, not stuck in a classroom. Soon after, he got hired by the Houston Press. He covered crimes, politics, anything they threw at him. It was gritty, fast, and full of surprises. He called leaving college the best decision I ever made, and history proved him right. He also took a shot at radio. In 1935, he started at WKY in Oklahoma City. Then in 1936, he moved to KCMO in Kansas City. That's when the station told him he couldn't use his real name. They gave him a fake one, Walter Wilcox. This was common back then. Stations didn't want listeners following popular voices to other stations. It was an early lesson in branding and control. Listeners thought Wilcox was real. Walter even made up details during live sports broadcasts when the telegraph feed failed. He improvised, filling in the blanks with confidence and instinct. It wasn't pure honesty, but it was convincing, and it taught him how much power a voice could have. That same year, something else happened. He met Mary Elizabeth Betsy Maxwell at the station. She worked there too. They connected instantly. She was smart, funny, and driven. They got married in 1940. Betsy became the women's editor at the Kansas City Journal-Post. Later, she worked at Hallmark, publishing papers for troops during the war. Walter traveled the world. Betsy kept things steady. Their marriage lasted nearly 65 years through war, fame, and long absences. She was his anchor. She passed away in 2005. It was the end of a partnership that had started inside a small radio booth and endured a lifetime. In 1937, Walter joined United Press. It was one of the biggest newswire services in America. The work was tough. The deadlines were brutal. His first big assignment was the new London school explosion in Texas. More than 200 students and teachers died. It was a horrifying scene. Cronkite had to keep his emotions in check and get the facts fast. Add up, one mistake could cost your job. Every minute counted. He learned how to write fast and accurately. He also saw how cutthroat journalism could be. Everyone wanted the scoop. Some bent the rules to get it. In 1943, during World War II, Edward R. Morrow from CBS offered him a dream job. Morrow wanted Walter to join the Morrow Boys, a top group of war reporters. The offer was tempting, $125 per week, almost triple what Walter was making. He accepted, but when he told United Press, they panicked. His boss offered him a raise. Then Hugh Bailey, a senior executive, added $20 more per week. That changed everything. Cronkite turned CBS down. Morrow was furious. The two didn't speak for years. But that decision gave Walter the chance to cover the war up close, and it earned him a reputation as someone loyal to the work, not the glamour. Walter Cronkite was not just a man with a microphone. In 1943, he was handed a parachute and sent straight into war. He joined something called the Writing 69th, a hand-picked group of 8 American reporters. Their job was not to write from behind desks. They were trained to fly bombing missions with the U.S. 8th Air Force over Nazi Germany. This wasn't a field trip. They trained with shotguns, learned how to parachute, practiced gunnery, and studied German aircraft to spot them. During combat, it was fast, intense, and dangerous. On February 26, 1943, Cronkite went on his first mission. The target was supposed to be Bremen, but clouds forced a change. Instead, the bombers went after U-boat pens in Wilhelmshaven. Things went wrong quickly. German fighters attacked. One of Cronkite's fellow journalists, Robert Post from the New York Times, died when his plane exploded midair. Cronkite was lucky. He survived the flight and even helped fire a machine gun during the attack. It was rare. Reporters weren't supposed to fight. But that day, Cronkite did. The death of Post changed everything. The military ended the program. The reporters never flew combat again. But Cronkite's courage that day changed how war reporting was done. A year later, he was back in the line of fire. On June 6, 1944, D-Day, he landed in Normandy with Allied forces.